What if I told you that we've spent decades trying to understand something that is our true human nature? What if I told you that we've spent decades trying to fix something that was never actually broken? What if autism isn't a disability, isn't a disorder, and isn't a malfunction, but simply a label we created as human beings because we failed to understand the true depth to human nature? Today we live in a world that is so obsessed with the standard and the normal. We have a standard time to walk, a standard time to talk, and most importantly, a standard time to act. But who set those standards and why? And what the fuck is normal? They obviously weren't created by nature. They were created for convenience. They were created so we could put people in boxes and make them easier to manage. And when a child does not fit into the box, when they are deep observers, deep thinkers, and more honest than the normal, or when they experience the world with an intensity we cannot fathom, we don't say this is a unique personality. Instead, we say this is a disability. We've conditioned ourselves to believe that if a mind does not follow the majority, then it must be lesser. But in a different world where the literal, focused, and sensitive minds were the majority. In other words, if autism was the norm, the normal ones would be the ones labeled as disabled. Think back to the day that child was born. They were a miracle. You loved them with a pure, unconditional energy. Every sound and every move they make is an absolute miracle. But then, around age 3 or 4, something changed. The wonder in the parents' eyes turned into concern. The specialists came in with their clipboards and checklists. And here is the part the experts won't tell you. Your child felt that shift. Your shift in energy from being a loving parent to a concerned one. Autistic children are not unaware of the world. In fact, they are hyper-aware. They are experts at reading the room. They felt that exact second your love turned into an evaluation. They aren't non-verbal or delayed. They are speechless. They've retreated into silence to protect their spirit from a world that doesn't feel kind, from a world that stopped seeing them as a person and started seeing them as a diagnosis. A label is just a shortcut for empathy. It's a green card for society to discriminate using professional terms. It's a green card for society to bully while pretending to be helpful. It justifies why we push children back when they're ahead, and why we pathologize their silence instead of checking if they actually feel safe. Labels don't serve the child, they only serve the parents and the system. They provide a victim mindset and a sympathy card for parents, while the child is silently suffering, while the child is left carrying the weight of the stigma. We have become as a society too impatient to let them grow naturally, so we try to speed up a process that was meant to unfold in its own time, just like how we wait for flowers to bloom in spring. It's backwards and completely messed up how we turn a human personality into a medical condition. You simply cannot fix a natural process. You can only either support it or destroy it. The next time you look at a child that does not fit the norm, stop looking for the disability and instead start looking for the human being inside of them. Put down the clinical manual and pick up the relationship. They don't need to be cured or turned into normal. They just need to be accepted as they are. They don't need a label. They need a safe place to land. If this resonates with you, then please hit the subscribe button. And don't forget to check out my other videos and shorts. I post on there every single day. Check out my TikTok for quick, informative videos.